Welcome back, everybody. Mangler3M here, going to continue Genshin Impact. We were right in the middle of the story for Ganyu, so today we will start by continuing that. Hopefully the game is going to load up on the screen. There it goes. Alright, so just to recap, so far we're in the middle of getting to know Ganyu character. We just fought one of the Fatuis because we saw him picking berries and thought that he was doing something inappropriate, and we found out we were wrong, which is weird, but let's see if it's faster. Let's take the shortcut. We're looking for the people that were stealing out of here. I see lots and lots of hilichurls around here in all directions. This is going to be pretty easy though, because they're low level.
So this is the warehouse. Seems like those troublemakers were nothing more than a few wood churls. Let's show them what we got. Nice and spicy. You're toast.
Lightning flash. Thunderclap!
Get away from him. Oh, you're walking through bamboo, that's not good.
Lightning flash!
Knock him in the water? Nope. Yeah, I did.
Lightning flash! Following thunder!
Alright. Reinforcements. This better not be one of them fire fielded guys. Oh.
Spicy.
Noelle, we need you with your sword shield breaking power.
Someone needs. Someone needs assistance.
There we go.
Lightning flash!
Drop that little fire grenade guy.
Boba, get them. That really hurt.
Take this! Thunderclap!
Time to clean up.
Ordered him. Wouldn't hurt.
Lightning flash!
Like, step right up.
Nice and spicy.
Aha, he's on fire now.
Lightning flash!
So easy.
All clear. Quick, let's look around for the invoice. This one is an invoice from One Man Restaurant. Some dining tables and chairs. That's not it.
Knocked the bird egg out of that tree.
This one is Wangsheng Funeral Parlors. Oh, so they make coffins too.
What'd you think they did? probably right here. Or I think I saw something on the roof. Those look like eggs. But we're out of eggs, so we will pick up the eggs. Oh, I see another thing over here. Oh, there's flowers. Oh no, not you.
Lightning flash.
Her water attack, look at that, it's crushing this guy. Water against fire. Who would have thought? Certainly butterfly.
Take this.
Plunk. No reward? Not even a... Hey! Welcome, Miss Playmat. Now something's lit up. Firefly. Okay. Picked up a boatload of bamboo, but I'm still looking for that invoice. In Genshin, I am AR 40, I believe. Let me double check. Yep, 41. I just got to 41. I've unlocked the 3 main worlds so far. I have not explored very much in the big purple world yet. I have a lot of characters. The characters are getting to level 80 now. As I'm getting more experience, I'm leveling them up. So I would say I'm probably about 2/3 of the way through the stories. I'll continue with the purple ones and kind of move on with that. Today I'm in the middle of a story with Ganyu, one of the new special characters. Her story is kind of off. It's kind of interesting. She's a secretary with powers. Like she's half Adeptus, like half goat. She's got these like horns, and I'm trying to like help her do secretary type stuff and get back into her job at Leeway. Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, wow. I didn't play 14. I played 12. I think that's the last one that was on the, or was it 13? 12 or 13. It was like a really awesome one on PS2, like the very last one on the console. And I played all the other Final Fantasy ones before that one. So that was my last Final Fantasy one, but that's definitely a fun one. This one's fun. It reminds me of Zelda. That's actually why I got into it. I was like, a lot of people were playing that new Zelda one that was open world, so I tried this one. Yeah, 12. I like 12 because it had a lot of stuff you can automatically do. So you can have your army coming up with a strategy, and while you're fighting, you do this strategy, and it's like you're managing while you're fighting, and it goes really quickly too. That was pretty cool. I am not finding that invoice. It's probably like inside. I probably just didn't see it. Skill system, interesting. Yeah. They kind of play around with different strategies, like all the different Final Fantasies. Each one had its own... Oh, here we go.
This one is Second Lives. We finally found it. Let's bring this invoice back to Hoishin.
Alright, Wei Shin is all the way back in Leeway Harbor. So let's go back to... Yeah, if you're new in this game, so far this game hasn't really gotten boring yet. Just so many things to do, more than I have time for. I'm trying to save all the fun stuff for the stream, like the main missions and stuff. I do a lot of the teapot stuff, but I do that offline because it's it's kind of repetitive. You just collect and you farm and you build buildings and then you collect and build farm. It's kind of not as exciting. So this is Ganyu, the character, the purple one right there.
I hope it wasn't too much trouble rushing about like that.
I promise to help you and I'll keep my word. Nothing to worry about.
She quit her job to go exploring her superpowers, and then she got replaced by 3 people and they couldn't even do what she was doing as one person. She's like super duper
It's the invoice
multitasking.
for the transaction between Second Life and Fanmu Carpenters. We've brought it back.
Oh, thank you so much. Now we can solve this problem.
Agreed. How about we go to Second Life and have a nice chat with the owner?
He'll probably say something bad about the other people, I bet. Ooh, silk flowers. These are kind of rare. I've only seen these in the city. Blaze flowers. It's like farming sometimes too, when you know you're low on something in your teapot. You can farm for special stuff. Secretary wife. Yes, exactly. I should have totally teleported, but oh well. In your earlier comment, I've heard a lot of people call this Breath of the Wild. That's funny. I've heard it's similar, but it's free, and there are way more chests and things to open. It's like almost like ADD, or like super duper constant stuff to do, which that's I think a little bit down, but it's also good because there's always stuff to do. You never run out. About those tax records.
Isn't it Huixin from the Yuhai Pavilion? I remember you.
Yeah, that's another term. Gotcha.
I told you that all of my transactions are included in the records. My tax declarations are scrupulous as well.
I got I pulled Albedo. I think it was last time or last stream or the one before. I did a wish, and Albedo has like a 2% chance, and I pulled him on the very first try.
I do hope that my business won't be affected by any groundless accusations.
It's a 5-star character.
Groundless accusations.
It's gonna be fun getting him
Mr.
more
Dog
power.
Show,
Than
you seem very sure of yourself.
Geo character is kind of rare too, so it's good to have. Next, I need a fire character. I only have my only real good fire character is the XL, the Xiangling girl, and she's really cool. I like her, superpower or whatever. But I need I need a D-Luke. D-Luke. If I had a D-Luke, that would be useful. I don't even have a Bennett. If I keep going for a Bennett. If I could take a Bennett, I'd be happy. A fire, because all these missions, especially in the beginning, seem to need fire against ice. I also need ice to go against water, because the water boss is hard. Aw, thanks. I'm sure I'll draw D-Luke probably when I find, maybe I'll level up Bennett one day, and then I'll draw D-Luke on a wish or something.
No.
But
I'm an honest merchant.
it's part of the game. It's instead of giving everything to everybody, it's sort of just random luck whether you get something cool. Not so confident now, are you?
Haven't I made myself clear? Mr. Dongsheng, you've already been proven guilty of tax evasion. I just came here to see if you'd confess.
What? Proven guilty? How come? That's impossible. Absolutely absurd.
He's talking without rhyme or reason. Must be crumbling under Ganyu's pressure. Time for the finishing blow!
Mr. Dongsheng, can you tell me what this is?
It's an invoice from Fanmu Carpenters. I'm Master Lu. I didn't...
Do you admit to tax evasion? This transaction was absent from the tax record.
I didn't think you'd find out. I didn't leave a single trace.
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for Mr. Boalai's aid.
Ooh.
Balai? That imp from Wanyo Boutique? So he told on me behind my back.
More hate and more making fun of her. Extra food is usually the answer. And this is as much for me as for my wife. She's very annoying. The noise. The sound of her voice. Too high-pitched. What about you?
He's got his own share of dirty laundry.
Oh? Mr. Dongsheng, I'd like to hear a little more about this dirty laundry. Would you care to
She's like
elaborate?
perfectly football size. You just want to kick her. Impartial. Is it because she's funny and she says what the thing you're thinking? I've noticed that too. I'll say something and then she'll say it. Like I'll say something on stream and then suddenly she'll say the exact same thing. Really?
I don't think you'll need my guidance for what comes
I guess there must be a age group. Like how old are your friends? Are they like middle school, high school, college, or there's like a specific age where she mates? I think she's talking to like a high school age type. I don't know. That's my guess.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Ganyu. I can take it from here.
Aha.
That's good.
I must say, you're truly impressive, Ms. Ganyu.
Oh, okay. I'm in my 30s too.
Your enemy knows you best.
To think, you came up with this plan and executed it so masterfully. It's actually one of your father's, the Tianshu's, old tricks. I just took some inspiration from it.
My father?
Pitting your opponent against their enemies and watching them drag each other down from an advantageous position. That's how Uncle Tian managed to keep his position in the Qixing secure for so many years. I figured that as Uncle Tian's daughter, you'd naturally grasp your father's strategies. So, I decided to use one of your father's tricks and play it out for you to see.
Typically, I do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings. The afternoons only happen when I'm really busy this morning. I was out of town this morning, so I got home late. So today's an afternoon, Eastern time. So typically I do Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings. Friday, Saturday are usually Genshin Impact, and Sunday is usually Civilization 6. But I've played several other games in the past, and I probably will shift away from these games as I get bored or find new games. But that's typical. Now, we are not in typical time until January, so December is totally up in the air. I don't know when I'll be streaming for the rest of December. It might be any day of the week. Like it could be a Wednesday, it could be Thursday, it could be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Timing's kind of questionable. I know there will probably be a section of around Christmas when I'm not streaming, so I think that's a weekend. That whole weekend I probably won't stream. But usually in the morning Eastern time, sometimes afternoon like today. And then for December's, it's up in the air.
I can see it now. Clearly, I still have a lot to learn about my father. I'm really grateful, Ms. Ganyu. You're the kindest mentor I've ever had. Thank you.
I used to spend a lot more time watching than playing, but I don't have as much time to watch lately, so now I probably play and watch about half and half. You might be out of my raid timing. We stream on my channel in the evening on weekdays and Sunday afternoon. Oh. I'll have to, weekdays and Sunday afternoon. I definitely watch at different times, on those times sometimes, so. Usually not too late on the evenings, but
Ganyu
I'll keep an
solved
eye
all
out.
Huishin's work and family problems. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, you've helped me so much.
2 birds with 1 stone, that's tricky.
You must allow me to repay your kindness.
That's not necessary. No need to be so serious. It was nothing, really.
Thanks.
Then let me treat you to a meal.
That's one of the cool things about following, because it shows up on your list. Whenever I watch a good stream, I put it on the follow list, and then when I have free time, I just check and see who I'm following that I want to watch.
Alright,
And
come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat.
sometimes they alert me, but my phone is kind of like, sometimes the alert shows up an hour after they start. So if people have a scheduled time, I can kind of put it on my calendar. I try to aim for 8:30 to 9 in the morning as start time on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but like I said, it varies a little bit. I'm not as on time as usual these days. And busy. Paimon, don't forget your manners. Let's wait for Ganyu's decision. Let's wait for Ganyu's
If it's
decision about
just a
food.
meal, there's no reason for me to decline. It'll be my pleasure, Huishin.
It's not a full-time job, so I don't have to keep to it.
Actually, I've already booked Senor Kiosk. I need a moment to prepare everything first. Let's meet there in a while.
All right. We dare not refuse such generosity.
I usually have cats on the screen, but it looks like Firecracker ran away. He was laying down on the chair when I started. I'm not moving my camera. You can either climb back up there, or I'll have to pick him up and show you on the screen if he walks by. Firecracker and Pumpkin are the 2 kitties that are usually on my stream. Exactly. They were way more active when they were kittens. They're getting older and they're really nocturnal. They really sleep all the time. If you look on YouTube, you can see previous ones with the cats. And I usually mark them on the YouTube when they're cameo, so you don't have to like watch the entire 3-hour thing. It tells you like when to look when the cat's active, if that's what you're watching.
Sure.
That's so kind of you, Huishin. You went to great lengths to organize this.
Truth be told, apart from thanking you for all the help, there's something I'd like to tell you.
Oh? If there's anything I can help you with, just tell me straight away. No need to hesitate.
Oh,
Yeah, some people say
I
that's
don't
the
really
best
need
part.
help.
They get to watch and
Could
do
you
it,
just listen
see
for
what
a
silly
bit?
stuff the cats do.
With pleasure.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me many stories about you, Miss Ganyu. Even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle and reliable you are.
Do you put your dog on stream?
I've only decided to join the Yuhai Pavilion.
Or does he just take over on your camera?
To you.
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
Oh. If I move my chair, you can see right there, right laying down right there, right behind me, is Pumpkin. He's right there. So I'm pointing at him right there. I didn't realize he was right behind me. So Pumpkin might stick up his head and do something funny, or he might just keep sleeping. But Pumpkin is the friendliest cat you'll ever meet.
However, in reality, working at the Yuhai Pavilion turned out to be an arduous task.
There.
I can't compare myself to such an outstanding secretary like you. I often doubt myself as a result.
Hey, Pumpkin, say hi. Pumpkin. Wow, he is fast asleep.
I disagree. You're a great secretary in your own right.
He's usually like half awake with one eye open. Not today. He's completely zoned out. He'll be up later, though. Hopefully. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Over the years, I became a mother, too.
Huh? So Uncle Tian is a grandpa!
Influenced by my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps and came to be a secretary at the Yuehai Pavilion, too. At first, I was worried about her. It's not an easy job, after all. To tell the truth, I'm still unsure if she's capable enough. But after all that happened this time, I've made up my mind to support her choice.
This might be the longest story so far.
What made you change your mind?
The fact that she'll have you, Miss
Oh,
Gunn,
thanks.
as her senior.
See you around. Thanks for stopping in. Happy lurk.
You'll help her, gentle as always, and tell her your mom used to do it like that. It'd be such a beautiful moment.
Ah, so the Facebook thing actually works. I thought no one could see that.
If it's not too much,
It tells me that there's 0 views every time, so I thought let Facebook just shut me off because I didn't pay them. That's cool.
Huishin. I never thought that I meant so much to you.
That's worth knowing. I'm glad you saw that. That tells me a lot. See, I thought it was pointless. I put it on auto, if this, then that. If you ever try that website, IFTTT, it's like an app. It tells you if you do something, it automatically posts it somewhere else. But it said 0 views, so maybe this one will be 1. This will be the first time somebody saw it.
Just like when you showed me my father's trick. Having you as their witness makes people feel at ease.
Witness?
Gotcha. Maybe that's why. It noticed people that had noticed you. So it's like a connection thing.
It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years of Liyue Harbor's history. All the changes it's gone through. The stories of its people. But I've always regarded it as nothing more than the source of my loneliness. Huishin, you don't know how important those words are to me.
She has no self-confidence. People have to like compliment her and she feels better.
You've made me realize that I share another connection with the people of Liyue Harbor, apart from my contract with Rex Lapis.
Science that I have not figured out yet.
Accept me.
I thought I recognized your name.
For me to bear witness to their story.
I saw your stream. You're a team of like 4 people on your stream. Is that right? Like you guys take turns playing?
Of course.
Yeah, okay. You guys, yeah, yours is fun to watch. I like your watching your stream. Totally off the wall. You never know what to expect.
That's right. That's why I
And
can't
different
disappoint
games
you.
too. You don't stick to one game. It's like a hodgepodge. You know?
Really cheered up.
Roll the dice. What are you gonna get?
Even if I've really been supplanted, I wish to fight for my place. I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Chief's secretary.
That's just my interpretation. I've only seen a dozen or so of the streams, so. Yeah, I remember you guys are later night than otherwise I'd probably watch more of them because you guys are more evening and I'm a little bit earlier. Told you you haven't been. You haven't been fired. It's a misunderstanding.
Regardless, I'll go back and see for myself. I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess during my absence. No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
We're leaving already? Paimon's still hungry.
Sometimes some people I follow, if their video is in too high of a quality, like I think 720p and higher, sometimes my phone's internet's not fast enough to even watch it. So if I try to watch it, it's a black screen and I can't pick it up. This happened recently, so a lot of people I know, their streams are just too high quality. So if that's one specific detail, I can't remember what your quality was, but I would have to like make sure I'm in front of my computer or somewhere else that has slightly better internet or something. Yeah, 720p. I thought I remembered that about yours. I'm still trying to watch and stuff, but it's video's a little bit wishy-washy. That's why you see mine's a like lower quality of video. It's so that anybody can watch on their phone or whatever. It's a little bit more mobile friendly, but obviously quality's a little worse. See, I run around and move a lot, and it's probably a little glitchy. There's got to be a chest around here somewhere. Nope. Internet issues. Yeah. My AT&T, this suburbia in Savannah is pretty bad. It's the best I can get. All right. See you later. Have a good one.
Baisha, are you okay? Did you fall asleep standing up? Look who's back.
You even have enough time for leisure? It seems you three are a suitable replacement for me after all.
Not at all. We've been working for too long. If we didn't take a break...
we wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss Ganyu. Miss Ganyu, we've missed you.
That's so kind of you all, given we've only met once.
We've been praying day and night for you to return and take over your duties again.
To us, you're like an adeptus coming down to the human world to save all life.
Forget all our envious complaints from before. Just free us from this strenuous work, please.
All right, I see. Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs, and civil affairs. Mark out the tasks that haven't been started, and those that are in progress. I'll take care of the rest.
Of course. We'll do it right away.
Oh, finally. We're saved.
Yes. There's one more thing. I'd like to earnestly thank you, Traveler. If it weren't for your companionship, I would still be embroiled in my inner conflict right now.
It was a fun adventure for me too. It's good that you pulled yourself together. How about it was a fun adventure for me too?
To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work.
Those are her horns.
It makes me happier than I could have imagined. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand. What would you say if I accompanied you on one of your trips?
Sure, but are you ever done with work, Ganyu?
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, shall we?
Maybe now that opens up a new one. It says Act 1. Maybe there's an Act 2 now. But it looks like I finished her story. Yep. Cool. We finished a quest. Accomplishment. We could do more ice stuff. We already did the test runs. Let's see if we got another story we could start. So I could do these daily quests, or I could do those later. This is a story quest. I think this one is Hu Tao. Or Hu Tao. Did I pronounce her name wrong? I'll probably correct myself in a second. Whoa, I'm under attack. Well, thank you for coming to exactly where I'm standing. Yoink.
Why did we come here? Paimon's got a bad feeling about this. Not that Paimon's scared or anything. Just, concerned for your safety. It's just that this is how lots of scary stories go. You're in an empty place, in the middle of nowhere, there's barely any light, and then just when you least expect it, a stranger comes out of... Quick, do something!
Didn't you say you weren't scared?
Paimon's intuition says that anyone we run into here is going to be far from normal. If he gets us, he's gonna eat Paimon for sure.
Who are you?
I'm a traveler. I came from beyond the heavens.
Beyond the heavens? A strange way of putting it. Don't try to scare me. I'm just here for a funeral. I don't mean to offend. No matter who you are, there's no need for any ill will between us.
He's the Undertaker.
Ooh, seems he's just your average scaredy cat. He looks more afraid than Paimon.
But you're kind of terrifying.
Huh? I'm not. Paimon's super friendly looking. Don't be afraid. We come in peace.
God's protect me!
No. Stop freaking out and stand still. Relax.
Relax. Yes, whatever you say. Please stay your hand. Don't come any closer. I mean you no harm. Don't
touch me.
Hey! Paimon already said nothing's gonna happen. Was it something Paimon said? Let's go after him. He might do something stupid.
Let's go after. Yep. It's who I thought it was.
Director! There's a ghost after me!
Oh? Don't get too excited. These are clients, not ghosts. Exactly! We said we're not ghosts. Why don't you calm down and let us explain? Although, clients doesn't seem quite right either.
Forgive me. This is one of our new undertakers, Mung. It's his first time working a funeral, so of course he's afraid of his own shadow.
Funeral. Oh! The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor! Zhongli is a consultant there. They deal with this stuff a lot, right?
Oh, you know Zhongli? Well, that saves me a lot of explaining. I'm Hu Tao, the current director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, responsible for, trifling matters having to do with immortality.
Hu Tao, so I was
A
close.
satisfying trade to be in, though, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is well known around town. Whatever the request, I'd be glad to hear it.
I don't think we fall into the client category.
Yeah. If we were looking for Wangshan Funeral Parlor's help, this is hardly the place we would come to.
Oh, but you see, I wasn't referring to clients in the business sense. Everyone who enters this mortal realm will be a client of mine. Sooner or later.
Well, that's dark.
Wangshan Funeral Parlor welcomes advanced reservations. When you choose us, you'll never have to worry about what might be around the corner. But be sure to book the right date. Pro tip, it is a living nightmare trying to get flowers at short notice. Speaking of dates, if you're struggling to decide, please do come and talk it over. I'd hate to see you still alive and kicking when your big day comes.
Whoa! Slow down! That's... There's a lot to unpack here.
It all sounded very bizarre. Is everyone at the Wangshan Funeral Parlor a weirdo? I'm not gonna say that. I'll say that. Very bizarre.
You'll have to excuse her. The director is a rather unique individual. Allow me to explain. We'd heard that there'd been some supernatural activity at Wuwang Hill. To restore calm here, we performed a funeral ceremony. It went very smoothly. According to the director, we shouldn't be expecting any more issues in the near future.
Wangshan Funeral Parlor, Wuwang Hill, funeral. What more is there to say? These three belong in the same sentence. You two, on the other hand, have no business coming to Wuwang Hill. You being here is not normal.
Maybe your understanding of normal isn't quite normal.
I'm here on an adventure.
Adventure? You must hail from the Adventurers Guild. Then you are one of our distinguished clients. Wood, to be precise.
Wood? What do you mean?
That's just how we gauge our clients' importance. We have 4 levels: wicker, bamboo, wood, and marble. The higher the grade, the better we'd like to get to know you.
But I've just only heard of this.
Well, that's because I only just thought of it.
Oh.
Don't look so shocked. Oh, take a look. Our adventurers spend the whole day scaling mountains, clearing domains, and smiting enemies. Danger and peril are their bread and butter. Clients like these deserve better treatment. Taking an interest in their daily lives will ultimately benefit not only them, but also me.
How subtle of you.
Oh, touched a nerve, did I? I'd have thought any adventurers who dare come here would be used to conversations like this. Anyway, I have a favor to ask. Recently, Wangshan Funeral Parlor has been trying to strike a business deal with the Adventurers Guild. With you acting as an intermediary, it would be so much easier.
What's in it for me?
Let me think what I could offer you as a reward. Or perhaps there's a favor I could do in return?
We're looking for someone. We've asked a lot of people, but nobody seems to have a clue where they are.
This seems like something right up my alley. I can even inquire with the ones who no longer speak for you. You see? Helping me will be worth your while. Come on then, my able assistants. Let's get down to Liyue Harbor and do some business.
When did we become your assistants? Wangshan Funeral Parlor. The ones who no longer speak. Oh, did she be talking? The dead? She's a weird one.
Not me for playing a game like this. It's her.
Go, Barbara, go!
Ugh, you again. Look, I told you, we're not interested in the kind of cooperation you describe.
Come on, there's no reason to get upset. Look, one of your members is an avid supporter of my proposition.
Just hear her out.
Oh, since our last negotiation, I've come up with a new proposal, which I think you'll find has far more benefits for you. First things first, Wangshan Funeral Parlor will prioritize the Adventurers Guild requests above all others. You'll also receive 100 of our signature wooden coffins for free, together with your first order. That's not all. We also provide an on-site cadaver collection service covering almost all regions in Liyue. Now, we do charge a slight premium for a very small number of especially dangerous areas, but don't you worry about that. I promise you, it's still very affordable.
I don't think you're hearing me.
Okay, alright. I get it. You want to bargain a little more, but our offer as it stands is already quite a good deal, don't you think? Just think about it. An adventurer's life is full of unexpected threats. It's only natural to take precautions. Mend the roof before it rains, as they say.
Yeah, no. I'm not so sure that saying applies in this context. Speaking of precautions, I'd rather focus on keeping my adventurers safe in the first place.
She's a smooth talker.
It's time for you to go. I have to attend to other matters.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, what would you say to a group discount? 30% off for parties of 10?
Oh.
Director, please, you did your best. We don't need another clash with the Millilith.
Parties of
If
10.
Paimon understood all that correctly, it seems like she's trying to sell them the funeral parlor services.
This'll get us nowhere.
Yeah, nothing left to do here. Let's go back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Rejecting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's their loss. Some things are inevitable. It's only a matter of time.
Ad Astra Abyssa.
Oh, it's right over here. I was going to teleport. I might as well walk. Walk right past it. Alright, Hu Tao, what's up?
Seems like the old ways are the most reliable after all. Mung, are you done preparing our promotional materials?
My apologies. I'm only about halfway through. Do you really think they will be effective?
Trust me, they're going to work wonders. This marketing strategy has been used by Wangsheng Funeral Parlor for generations. Clients in need come to our door and write down their commissions on blank wooden tiles. Then they squeeze those inside the parlor through the crack under the door. I fulfill the requests written on each tile to make sure our clients are satisfied with the service, no matter if it's an obituary, cremation, or funeral that they seek. Although, it is a bit of a hassle with the constant back and forth. If only we could burn them by the batch.
No, Director, I'm not asking about the wooden tiles themselves, but about the special offer they advertise.
Special offer? Didn't you say they should be blank?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor should keep up with the times. Just think about it. If we don't attract new clients, we'll be left with nothing, won't we? Business development is a crucial element of every prosperous enterprise. I've been trying various marketing strategies ever since I became the director. I put up posters just like all the other shops, but the Millilith promptly removed them. Then I organized the Wangsheng Visitors Day, but no one showed up.
Well, that doesn't come as a huge surprise.
And finally, I discovered that the traditional ways are the most reliable after all. I took inspiration from the wisdom of previous directors. So now, I go from door to door looking for people and organizations willing to cooperate. Just like during our visit to the Adventurers Guild. That's what I mean by business development. The other method I'm trying is using the wooden tiles as coupons. Just by writing things like, buy one get one free for the holder of this tile on them.
What do they buy and what do they get?
A solid and durable second home, of course. They may not need it right away, but they can be sure that when they do, it will still be as good as new. It won't start deteriorating before you finish doing so yourself. That's the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor quality guarantee.
I don't know what to say to that. No wonder you're on Millilith's radar. I don't know what to say to
Alright,
that.
Mung. Keep adding those special offers to the wooden tiles. The future of our business depends on it.
I'm still not sure this will work.
Oh, I get it. You think that our special offer is not comprehensive enough, right? It is true. I was offering all kinds of great benefits to the Adventurers Guild because they are a new client. But in doing so, I neglected my old clients. You're right. It's unfair. Let me do some market research. Wait here, my faithful assistants. I'll be back with you in a moment. It shouldn't take too long.
Paimon already told you we're not your assistants! Guess we got dragged into somebody else's business again. Let's look around while she's away.
Investigate the funeral parlor surrounding while you're waiting for it. Examine the door. So behind this door is Wancheng Funeral Parlor. It looks like far more ordinary than the director made it out to be. Another chest just sitting there, asking for me to open it. Examine the board. A board used for hanging Cheng's funeral parlor. Wooden tiles. According to Hu Tao, all the tiles should be blank, in which case the characters on the back of the tile must be the special offer. And then the fairy lady.
You must be the director's new hires.
Not us! We're just very curious about Wangsheng Funeral Parlor and Hu Tao.
Well, I wouldn't get too curious if I were you. Too much knowledge isn't good for ordinary folk. The director is tactful when it comes to what should and shouldn't be known.
Her? Tactful? We should get going. Let's go find Hu Tao.
That's settled then. Write it like this. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor Bumper Sale. Buy one, get one free. Buy two, get three free. More for your Mora. I love it. Better than all that lifeless brochure stuff. We want people to feel warm and fuzzy.
But director, isn't Lifeless the name of the game in this industry?
That's old hat. We're opening up new ground.
Why does Wangsheng Funeral Parlor need to open up? Yes, director.
Poor guy's giving up.
Right, we should get going. I am not letting new business escape us.
We? As in us?
Who else? Do you see anyone else around here? Well, you probably wouldn't see them if there was.
Stop adding little afterthoughts like that! It creeps people out.
Just a joke. Sorry. Everything you see is everything that's present. For the moment, at least.
Comforting. It's good to think before you speak.
Lighten up. The way I see it, people make death scarier than it really is. What people truly fear about departing this world is suffering and regret. To deal with the trauma, they let their imaginations run wild with notions of ghosts and evil spirits. Oh, baseless fantasies. What we've ended up with is a topic that people are morbidly afraid of talking about. If I don't broach the subject, then Wangsheng Funeral Parlor won't be long for this world.
But I've seen a ghost.
Oh, more approachable and appeasable than you'd imagined?
Paimon wouldn't say that. Let's just say at least it didn't hurt us.
You must have come across a particularly ferocious entity. How should I put this? Most spirits are incapable of harming ordinary folks. The job of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is to guard the border between life and death. One component of this is correcting notions of death and the afterlife that people may hold. Simply put, for those unable to see the border, they're best kept as far away from it as possible. So for ordinary folks, the best case scenario is ignorance of all matters concerning spirits in the afterlife, or even better, a belief that none of it exists.
Then you really don't have any excuse for spooking the heck out of people.
You make it sound so abominable. I'm just trying to get them to see the humor in it all.
That's why people think you're weird. I've yet to see the funny side.
I never thought you'd be such a bore. Never mind. If you stick by me, everything will become clear. Alright, let's get going. Follow me.
Director, wait! What about Big G? Don't forget.
Big G? Who's that? We've been in Liyue for ages and never heard that name.
Oh, nothing. Just something Mom's been pleading with me to take care of. Should be a piece of cake.
Where are we going?
Visit a potential client.
Potential client. I'll lead the way.
Sorry, who are you?
Hello, I'm Hu Tao, director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Okay, so why would someone from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor be looking for me?
Nothing major. How are you feeling these days? Any aches or pains? You shouldn't ignore them, by the way. Very often they're an omen of something terminal. When we're healthy, it's easy to forget the crushing fragility of life. So, aches and pains, best to keep an eye on them.
What are you getting at? I'm in great health and enjoying life very much, thank you. Go and find some other poor soul. Goodbye.
Why do they get angry? What's wrong with a few earnest health tips?
Paimon thinks it's because they're coming from the director of a funeral parlor.
Talk about a creepy, scary thing. That person's trying to kill you. For their business. Moo.
And you are? Be quick. I'm busy.
Hello there. Would you be interested in understanding a bit about our services at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? I'm not in need of your services.
Not yet.
So you're out here looking for new customers? Don't you think this might be a bit of a crass way of going about it?
Hardly. Isn't this the fashion these days? Bring the service to the customer and all that.
I'm not sure it's every service that falls into that. Anyway, please bother someone else if you don't mind.
Another failure. Still, not the end of the world.
It's like selling insurance.
Paimon's curious. Does this approach ever work out for you?
I'm gonna keep going, but I see a other quest I can start. I'm gonna start this one and I'll continue that one. If it happens to be nearby, I'm gonna grab it before I miss it.
Why do they have to give me that transfer?
Perfectly good jade chamber. Gone like that. What are you doing over here? Well, currently thinking about how to clean up fragments floating on the surface. Crash. Larger pieces. Got it. Okay, so they want me to go pick up pieces in the water. You can count on me, but I'm not doing that first. Alright, they're saying new quest, go fishing for jade, but I'm continuing. There we go. Looking for potential clients. Didn't lose it. Good. It's on my to-do list. I'll leave it. Hey, I recognize that lady. Or at least the picture looks the same as another character.
I know your face. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor director, right? I'm sorry, I'm really in no need of it.
There's the pumpkin. He woke up. Come here, pumpkin. Come here. Come here, pumpkin. Come here. Come here. Come here. He's like, I'm going back to sleep. I'm rolling over. He must really be tired.
Don't apologize, get to know us. We've got a new sale going on. Ever hear the saying, out with the old, in with the new? Well, going out with a bang is the best way to start off in style on the other side.
If you keep talking like this, I'll have to call the Millilith.
No. Okay, relax. We're leaving. But Wangsheng Funeral Parlor awaits your distinguished patronage.
You really don't give up, do you?
Tough crowd.
Are you trying to make me feel better? Well, thank you. Seems you understand me far better than most people.
Not really. This is just getting really uncomfortable.
Enough business development. Please, help me find someone.
Business development? Is that what you see this as? Surely you don't think all that was business development?
Then what was it exactly? Traumatization for its own sake?
No. The business development ended after the discussion with the Adventurers Guild. I was helping to find somebody for Meng. You remember Big G?
Rings a bell. You just mentioned
As
him.
it turns out, the Big G that Meng is looking for is a ghost adrift in the mortal realm. The three we saw just now were all people I suspected of being followed by Big G, but having seen them, I didn't sense the presence of anything otherworldly.
So if they're being followed by Big G, does that mean they're about to be
Quick
killed?
chat, and I left it at that.
I wonder what business development looks like.
Why didn't you say so? Paimon thought you had some kind of sixth sense for, people in declining health.
Huh? What would I need that kind of ability for? I'm no doctor. Were you seriously hoping that the director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was going to start healing people, or...?
Paimon was trying to subtly imply that... never mind. Paimon wouldn't know how to explain subtlety in a way you'd understand.
Well, let's leave that for now and head back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. This Big G matter is very closely linked to Meng.
I'm teleporting. Just walking around the city gets me dizzy. If I go here, they give me a yellow thing and tells me roughly how to get there.
Meng, I'm back. I'm afraid we're still no closer to finding Big G.
I see. Well, I'm just sorry for the trouble. We've already searched in all the likely places.
Who is this Big G anyway?
I guess I should start at the beginning. My home was in the vicinity of Wuwang Hill. In my youth, I had a good many friends there. Big G was one of them. We were the best of friends. Inseparable, really. But one day, there was an accident. And that was the end of him. I've never forgotten. Too many memories, I suppose. I often return to Wuwang Hill. But recently, after one such visit, I started to feel strange. Now, every night, Big G appears in my dreams. I can't help but wonder, did I disturb him somehow? Perhaps. I don't have proof, but I can't stop worrying. How would I ever come to terms with my childhood friend becoming an evil spirit?
That's why he joined Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. In place of a salary, I'm helping him deal with this matter. And in fact, what Meng has said is entirely plausible. Spirits on occasion do find a way into our world. But as for evil spirits, I think you're scaring yourself. Even I have only encountered malevolent forces a handful of times.
But are you sure there's no danger? I couldn't bear for him to go around harming people.
You see what I mean? Look at the state of him. If we can't find Big G, it'll eat away at Monk forever. Those people we found today were also Monk's childhood friends. I thought there was a good chance Big G might have hidden among them. But here we are, empty-handed.
Wuwang Hill, childhood friends? Seems like we're out of leads.
Sorry, excuse me. Is this Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? My name's Luo Chung. I've had this awful feeling recently, like something's staring at me. Some of my friends and I went to Wuwang Hill the other day on a dare. After I returned home, I fell ill. I've been having recurring nightmares, but the doctors can't find anything wrong with me. I think that it's a curse, right? I've been cursed by a demon.
Say no more. There's no doubt it's a demonic curse, all right, and a serious one at that.
You believe so too? That it's just like they say in the tales of old. The vengeful spirits of the gods who fell in the Archon War return to cast their evil curses upon mortals. And if the curse isn't lifted, it will burn through the body, laying waste to flesh and bone. Oh, what a wretched end! The symptoms I'm having are just like those described in the tales.
Wuwang Hill? No, I don't think it was a curse. It was probably just Big G.
Hold your horses, both of you. There's no need to creep each other out.
Isn't that exactly what you like to do, though?
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor specializes in demonic stuff like this, right? Help me! I beg you! I'm too young to die!
All right. Don't panic. Leave it to me. You've come to the right person. However, in order to lift the curse, we need a suitable location, and we need to make some preparations. Come with me, my trusty assistants. I'm going to need your help.
I guess I'll come too.
Help him make the preparations first. The incense exorcism, the one I taught you. When you're ready, come and find me. Once we've finished with this, we'll get back to the Big G matter.
Okay, I guess.
Right. Let's go.
Don't stay out in the rain for too long. You'll catch a cold.
That blue light is not where I'm heading. I hit the wrong way. Just kidding.
Whoa!
Here we go, this yellow spot. That's where it was. I've been struck by lightning before. Hurts the character. Could kill them if they're the ones up. This looks like one of those things I gotta defend.
So, what mysterious rituals are you gonna perform here?
No ritual at all. We just need to kill some time.
Eh?
Wait, you didn't take all that vengeful god's curse stuff seriously, did you? They were eradicated ages ago.
So why are we here?
You saw those two. One thinks he's been cursed, the other one believes his friends turned into an evil spirit. It's hard. Now you see why I believe that ordinary folks should be kept in the dark. I've seen too many people lose their senses on account of things like this. If you want to calm them down, you need to convince them with something tangible. And the best way to do that is to make a great show of destroying the boogeyman they believe in before their very eyes.
Sounds like that might work. If you were trying to cheer up a 3-year-old.
Better to tell people the truth? How old are you, Paimon? Oh, 3-year-old. Paimon's not 3 years old. That's gonna really piss her off.
You're onto something. After all, we're only afraid of what we don't know.
Because you can't guarantee that telling an ignorant person the truth will improve the situation instead of exacerbating it. What I can do is pretend to pull back anyone who believes their time is nigh. But since the curse is imaginary, our fix will also be make-believe.
Makes sense. that it's a curse.
Do you know the history of the Yaksha?
Never heard about it.
They once fought against the ancient gods. They fought brilliantly in a battle that engulfed the whole world in darkness. Although the gods were defeated in the end, their resentment persevered. That resentment turned into a pestilence spreading amongst the ordinary folk. Hysteric people mistook it for the curse of the gods. The plague took the lives of many, which only furthered its spread, as the dead were a breeding ground for the disease. Then someone discovered how to prevent it from spreading, purify the air, and burn the bodies of the deceased. The pioneers of these practices were, you guessed it, the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Paimon didn't see that coming. Really?
Yes. Anyway, it took many years, but eventually the plague was completely eradicated. We've dealt with similar phenomena multiple times throughout the ages. Each time we successfully restored the balance between life and death. To sum it up, we are gatekeepers, guarding the border for the sake of both the living and the dead.
And that's what you meant by guarding the border. Never knew Wancheng had such a long history. I'll say the
So
border.
when I say this curse is just a figment of the imagination, I say it with more certainty than most. But I also can't really go telling people that the ancient plagues were real, or it would incite panic. Anyway, let's wait a bit more and get ready for the show. This ley line monolith will make for a really great prop.
A while later.
Oh, you're finally here. We just finished our preparations. Now, look here. This device is used to drive away evil spirits. It'll absorb the curse inside you and cause it to take a physical form. But don't worry, the traveler here is a seasoned warrior and will assure our safety.
Doing the dirty work again. You failed to mention we'd need to fight. I'll just say doing the dirty work again.
Right. I forgot to tell you. It'll be fine.
Will that really solve my problem?
Trust the director. She might look like a weirdo, but she's serious about everything she does.
How can you call me a weirdo? I mean, wouldn't you say it's more charmingly naive or disarmingly different? Alright, let's get down to business. My glamorous assistant, please activate the device.
Protect it. It was something to protect.
Is it really possible to materialize the curse?
I'll stand over here and distract them. It says 3 out of 7. I've only seen 4. That means there's going to be more coming. There we go, just distract them. I love the pole arm. Bye-bye.
How are you feeling? Did the curse leave your body?
Yes, I feel more invigorated than ever before. I'm cured. I can't express how grateful I am for your and the Traveler's help. If it hadn't been for you, the curse would have taken my life.
Oh, great. In which case, I guess now I can tell you. You've been pranked.
What?
This exorcism device? People like you wouldn't recognize it, but it's just an old ley line monolith deceptively effective at attracting monsters. And those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your curse. So riddle me this. If I didn't do anything to lift the curse, then what's the cause of your sudden recovery?
The curse wasn't real? Then why was I sick?
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared yourself sick. It's anyone's guess, but I'm leaning towards the last option. Wouldn't be the first time in my career.
How unexpected.
I also didn't expect that, but still, I'd like to thank you.
Don't mention it. I found a way to deal with your fears this time, but I can't do it over and over again. So I'd appreciate it if you try not to give in to superstitions in the future. Human life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Wow, what a weird thing to say. I shall head back. I'm sorry for troubling you.
I feel relieved to see that it wasn't Big G's doing. However, unless he crosses the border, there will be no end to his antics. Since we are done with the matter at hand, can we resume our search for Big G?
I believe that won't be needed. He found us first.
Big G?
I didn't mean to bother you. Any of you.
This is Big G? He's just a child?
Oh, well, he is a spirit. It's quite normal that he looks just like he did when he left this world.
That's not what Paimon imagined when Paimon first heard the name Big G.
Let's bring him back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. We have much to do.
After all that's happened, Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore.
I didn't expect to stumble upon Big G like that either.
Actually, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember what I said? There's only so many evil spirits in this world. It was a twist of fate that made him leave Wuwang Hill in the first place. Now, for some reason, he can't go back.
This explanation sounds a bit far-fetched to Paimon.
Actually, she pretty much summed it up.
Huh?
Don't ever question my professional instincts.
I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor. I promise I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to scare anyone. A few days ago, some people came to Wuwang Hill on a dare. I heard them saying they'd come from Liyue Harbor, so I followed one of them back and ended up here.
It must have been poor Luo Cheng that he followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence. Now we know what caused his nightmares.
I was discovered?
Well, I assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have been scared half to death.
Why didn't you come looking for Ming sooner?
Hu Tao and Mum were searching for you all over the place.
Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first time in Liyue Harbor, and I got lost in the city.
Now that you mention it, Big G always had a poor sense of direction. When we were kids, he'd never go down the hill by himself. We always had to lead him.
So, all of this was just because you got lost? Why didn't you just fly? Like any other ghost or spirit? Don't you think it's much easier to find your way from up above?
I can't. It's too high for me. I'd get scared.
That's right, yes! He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill. You haven't changed a bit.
Good thing they don't call you Tall G. No.
I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living, and with so many people walking around Liyue Harbor, my only choice was to hide. I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the Leyline Monolith's call.
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. Now, all we have to do is escort this lost child back to Wuong Hill, and we should be done and dusted.
But he just said he wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me, there's also Little Wu, Mumu, and Songza.
Well, if that's the case, we can't let him down. We'll ask them all to help us prepare a farewell ceremony for Big G. Mung and I will escort Big G back to Wuong Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsakes to symbolize each one of them during the ritual, then come and find us.
They're all friends. Can't we just go there all together? Or maybe we can take Big G to them.
That's not a good idea. I don't want to scare them.
I wouldn't want ordinary folks to become superstitious. The less they know, the better. So be careful what you say when you collect the keepsakes.
Are we really going with Hu Tao's plan?
Little Wu.
Hi! Do you remember us?
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's services anytime soon.
Ming said he's an old friend of yours.
Yes, we grew up together. But we still keep in touch even now. I don't know why he started working for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. To be honest, I find their director to be quite peculiar. But he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. And he still can't get over what happened to Big G. Did he tell you about it?
Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing to give to Big G as a keepsake, what would you choose? Just, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here. Definitely not gonna actually go commemorate him or anything.
Paimon.
I'd cook something for him. Oh, he could eat spicy food like no other. His favorite meal was extra spicy Jueyun chili chicken. I can make it for you if you bring me some Jueyun chili. I'm sure he'd appreciate the flavor of his childhood years. I still use that old recipe.
Deal! Just give us a minute.
Jueyun chilies are a common sight in Liyue. I can rustle that dish up in no time if you help me find some.
Done. I got 92 of them. Insufficient.
Great. This should be enough. I'll get started on the Jueyun chili chicken. I guess you've got other folks to track down? When everyone's ready, I'll get the dish over to you.
Great! See you later! How did he know about the others?
Not you again. I told you, I'm not interested in the inner workings of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Mom told us about you. You're good friends, right?
That's true, yes. Come to think of it, I remember he did join Wangsheng Funeral Parlor recently. It didn't take long for his good friends to figure out why. The Big G incident. But I know there's nothing we can say to help him get over it. Letting go of the past is a painful process. I would know. So, is Big G the reason you're here to see me?
How did you know? We didn't even say anything.
I'm a businessman. I've got a sixth sense for this kind of thing. Everyone hears the name Moo Moo and thinks I must be dim-witted. I never heard the end of it when I set up shop. But I'd say I proved a few people wrong. Here, take this. It's a top-of-the-line toy box we all dreamed of owning as kids. Back then, none of us could afford it. We were penniless. Today, business is booming. I ended up buying loads of these. It was a dream come true.
Wow, you must be like super rich.
For me, it's a memento of a childhood long gone. Without it, we wouldn't be where we are today. So, having found me, I guess you'll be looking for Little Wu and Songza next.
We already saw Little Wu. Now we gotta find Songza.
I see. If it's Songza you're after, let's meet at the overpass at Feiyun Slope. It's just above the staircase leading down to the dock. I've got an errand to run. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done.
Alright, we're about to wrap this story up, it looks like. But I actually got to run right now, so I'm going to let you go. And thanks a lot for watching. We will continue next time with this, finishing up this story. And I think that's it pretty much for today. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. We'll see. If so, I'll continue with Civilization 6 with the Greeks. If not, maybe later next week. We'll see. Timing-wise, it could be Wednesday, Thursday, or who knows. But have a good one, and talk to you later.